I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel it envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. And off we go from Denver. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Wilson. They'll get this out to Kamara. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. So, Charles, you talk about the franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Jones. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete here. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half. And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right. Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On the option, here's Eckler. He showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Jones will try and run with it. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They go play action now. Wilson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Hey, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And, Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's got some space here. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Albert Okwuegbuna, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll go up top here for Hamler. If following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. In your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and try to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. plays inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Now that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. He finds his target, Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Running on 1st down, Eckler. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Jones on 1st down. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. Way down deep in Denver territory. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Donald Parham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. This is caught. It's Cooks. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain that time for the Chargers. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Well, these two teams had met up in Denver earlier this season with the Broncos winning that one. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once more, here's Eckler. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kenny Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lynch. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll air this one out for Kirk. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. K.J. Hamler, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Rolling to his right. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. A handoff. It's Eckler. Dancing away at the 35. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. It's Eckler again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Lynch. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's a sneak with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. The sneak successful from a yard out. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there, and it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Dancing to his left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
2nd and 2. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the... And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. This is a counter play. Eckler, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 145 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Bounds after getting this one across the 40. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big... And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 20! And all the way home for a Bronco score. Brandon Cooks, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. It was never in doubt. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach.
But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 162 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Wilson's throw there, complete to Hamler. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One last shot for Wilson. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. And that will be incomplete. as time has run out on this football game. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for two. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that two-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for the Chargers, the win moves them to 3-9 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Denver, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.